In this video tutorial, I will show you how to make the waffles pattern, and you will be doing either headband or cowl. In the pattern, you will see that there is 2 numerals, and they mean the number of stitches or the number of repeats, either for the headband or for the cowl. You can always adjust it to your personal preferences. Let's go and crochet together. The waffles pattern is written in American English crochet terms, and it uses image overlay crochet terminology, and it is also worked in rows, so we're going there and back and there and back, turning the work as we go. Every time we finish the end of the row, we do a chain 1, then we turn the work and we skip the first stitch because it is replaced by the chain, and we crochet in the second stitch in the next row. You will see it every time we do another row. Another thing that is important is that this pattern does have a right side and a wrong side. As we can see, the right side is the image side, and all the directions are made according to the image side. So even when we crochet from the other side, ahead means look ahead from the point of view as we would be looking at the image side. I will show all of this when we will be crocheting together. So now we can really start. We will begin the pattern with a foundation row of 24 chains. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 23 and 24. Now we turn the work around and we start with the row 2, that is a right side row, a row that will hold the image layer. And in this first row we skip 2 of the chains, first and second, and we crochet the simple crochet, and we crochet it into the third bump. When we see there is this V shape, and on the other side of it there is this bump, and we crochet it under it. And now we make 22 single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, 21, and the last one is 22 into the first chain. So the second row is done, and you can see it's nicely flexible. And now we go to the third row. So now we have to do a chain 1, crochet this chain always loosely, then we turn the work around, and to make it easier afterwards to finish the rows, you have to turn it going outside, go it down under your hand. So now we have the chain 1. This is the first stitch from the row, and we skip this stitch and we continue with 3 simple crochets. 1, 2 and 3. The next stitch is a simple crochet in back loop only, but as I said, the image layer is the other one, so the back loop from the point of view of the image layer is actually the loop that is facing us. It's this one. So we insert a hook inside and we crochet the simple crochet. followed by 3 simple crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now there will be another simple crochet in the back loop only, which is actually the loop facing us. And now we do another simple crochet. We can have a look. Here you can see the front loops that are left out, and we will crochet into them later. So the simple crochet in back loop only, 3 simple crochets, simple crochet in back loop only, and simple crochet is the sequence you will repeat 3 times now, so 2 more times, and we will meet there. We are at the end of the 3rd row. We made the 3 combinations, and now there are only 2 single crochets to be done, and we will be done with this row. So the first one is easy. It goes here into the single crochet from the row below, and now we do the last one into the chain 1 we used. Actually it was chain 2 this time, but it will always be a chain 1 from now on. So we crochet the single crochet into the top loops of that chain 1 we use to get to the next row. So now we have finished the row 3. We will do a chain 1, a loose chain 1. We will turn the work going down, not towards us, but going up the opposite side. Yep. And now we again skip the first stitch. We are at the beginning of row 4, and we do 22 single crochets to get to the other side. So 1 and 2, 3, 21 and 22 into the top loops of the chain 1 from the end of the 2nd row. We finished the 4th row, and now we can see, as we are on the image layer, we do have the front loops left here, and we will be using them in the 5th. So now we do the chain 1, a loose one, turn the work opposite to us, skip 1 stitch, and make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next stitch will be a 2 together stitch. The first leg of the stitch will be treble into the front loop of the stitch, 2 ahead, 1, 2, and 3 below. 1, 2, 3 below, that's here. First 2, second 2, and we do not finish the stitch just yet. The other leg will be a treble into the stitch, 2 behind, 3 below, into the front loop of the stitch, 2 behind, 3 below. So 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that's this front loop. As you can see, I did the counting when I did orient or did look at it from the image side. So you can go and turn it back and here to make sure you're counting right. And now, as we do have 3 yarns over, we finish the 2 together stitch. We skip 1 stitch behind this special stitch, and we continue with 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. we will, or you will, repeat the 2 together stitch and 5 single crochets 2 more times. Now we are at the end of row 5. We made 5 single crochets. The last one had to be made in the chain 1. We do another chain 1, turn the work around opposite to us, and we have the right side facing us. So for the 6th row, we skip a stitch, we crochet 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3, followed by a single crochet in the back loop only. And as we are now on the right side, the back loop is actually the back loop on the other side, and we are the farther one. Now we will be crocheting front post half double crochet. So we do yarn over once, we crochet around the entire stitch, and we finish the half double crochet. We skip a stitch behind it, or actually it's the one we crocheted around, and the next stitch is again a single crochet in the back loop only. So now we will repeat this 3 single crochets, single crochet in a back loop only, front post half double crochet, and a single crochet in a back loop only 2 more times. I have just finished the 3rd repetition, and now there are only 4 single crochets left to be done in this row. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th goes in the top loops of the chain 1. So row 6 is done. We do another chain 1, turn the work opposite to us, skip 1 stitch, and row 7 consists of 22 single crochets. So 1, 2, 21, and 22. The 7th row is now done. We do a chain 1, turn the work opposite to us, and we have the image layer facing us. The next row is row 8. We begin it with skipping a stitch and 1 single crochet. The next stitch will be a treble in the front loop only of the stitch 2 ahead and 3 below. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's this one. That's the front loop we left out and prepared for us. So first 2 yarns, first 2 loops, second 2 loops, and third 2 loops are done. We skip a stitch behind this special stitch, and now there are 5 single crochets to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other stitch, or the next stitch, is a 2 together stitch when the first leg is a treble in the front loop of the stitch 2 behind and 3 below. This one, it's 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 below. First 2, second 2, and we do not finish the stitch yet. And the second leg is a treble that goes in the front loop of the stitch 2 ahead and 3 below. First 2, second 2, and now we finish the stitch. We skip a stitch behind this special stitch and we make another 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now there is the same 2 together stitch as the one from just a moment ago. So here is the front loop, first 2, second 2, not finished yet, and here is the other leg and the other front loop, first 2, oh, it just got mixed in it, first 2, second 2, and now with 3 loops on the hook we finish the 2 together stitch. We skip a stitch behind this special stitch, we make 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last special stitch of this row will be a treble in the front loop only of the stitch 2 behind and 3 below. It's this one. First 2, second 2 and third 2 loops are done. We skip a stitch behind this special stitch and finish the row with 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. So row 8 is now done. We make a chain 1, turn the work opposite to us, skip a stitch, this one, and we go and start row 9 with a single crochet. The next stitch will be a front post half double crochet, and it's a front post from the image layer. So we turn the work, we have a look, and we now have to be patient and pay attention not to insert the hook from the working side. We have to insert it from the working side at the right side of the work. So we insert the hook. Oh, first we have to do yarn over, insert the hook, and now we finish the half double crochet. We have to skip this stitch as this one was already done, and now the other one is a simple crochet in the back loop only, and it's again a back loop from the point of view of the image layer, so it's actually the loop facing us. 1. Now there will be 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3, single crochet in the back loop only, this one, just do it again as I got caught in the yarn, oops, again, yep, and a front post half double crochet again under both legs of the 2 together stitch. So now we have finished the sequence. We have to repeat 2 more times, so it's gonna be a stitch in the back, a simple crochet in the back loop only, 3 simple crochets, single crochet in the back loop only, and the front post 2 more times, and we'll meet at the end of this row. We are at the end of row 9. These loops belong to the 2 together stitch. We made the front post round, so now we only have to do 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2, and the row is done. chain 1, turn opposite to us, and we can have a look at it. It's our row 9. Now there will only be row 10, and the basic part of the pattern is gonna be done. So now we have to skip a stitch and make 22 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 20, 21 and 22. Row 10 is done. And now, to make the headband or a cowl, I recommend to repeat rows 5 to 10, 12 more times, or 12 times in total. You have to go and check it with your head, with your preferences or with your size, but the way to go now is to repeat row 5 to 10 as many times as you'd like and as you want to, and then finish off and join your preferred way. You can sew it together, you can crochet it together as you like. So I truly hope you enjoyed the video and you're gonna have a spectacular time crocheting your project. This is how mine turned up, and I hope to see yours on your social media or in my group. See you!